Sometimes we forget why we're here. It's easy to fall off track. These help us remember.
These battle scars don't look like they're fading, don't look like they're ever gone away. They ain't never gonna change. These battles.
Growing up I had a dream, something no one else could see. Tell me what it means when your faith is falling beneath your knees and you can't breathe. Everything you see reminds you of what you're not or something you won't be. You gotta take what you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in the business. Not because they wanna do it, just because they heard it pays. And who the fuck wants to be poor knowing that's how we've been raised? Society is getting heavy, I can feel the weight. The pressure of success is like 100 million pounds of shame. And that's the reason I'm staying up late, trying to find a way to escape the stereotypes this day and age is making me feel like the only way I'll be happy is getting signed to a label and making money through rapping. I wanna share my emotion because this world is attacking the very principle of life that lets the people be happy. If you don't have a reason to breathe, why even live? These battle scars are impressions of everything that it is.
Scars don't look like they're fading, don't look like they're ever gone away. They ain't never gonna change. These battle scars don't look like they're fading, don't look like they're ever gone away. They ain't never gonna change. These battles.
Now, if I had a voice that reached 100 million people.
Alright guys, so if you notice, every t-shirt that I make has either a word or a date. This for me is probably the most meaningful t-shirt I've made. It has a certain date right here, and it's October 20th of 2008. For me at that time, I was in 8th grade transitioning into high school, and it was a very dark time in my life. A lot of things were happening in my family, and then I remember I was very depressed and very sad kid in high school. Anybody who knew me in high school and middle school, I was a very quiet kid, but nobody really understood what was going on in my life. On this date, my mom, she bought me 2 tickets for WWE back home, and it was for me and my little brother, and we went. I remember we were in the second row, seat 4, and the main event was Triple H and Vladimir Kozlov. And I remember after Triple H won, you know, he stood up in the top rope and he raised the title, and I was on my seat, you know, like, yeah. I forgot everything that was going on in my life because I was so focused on what's going on. And I remember, I don't know if it happened, but in my head, we stood and we looked at each other for 5 seconds, and I was like, man, it's really, you're looking at me, and from that moment on, I don't know, I just got some sense of motivation. I said, you know what, I want to become that. I want to conquer this depression, this anxiety, all this stuff that I'm going through. And so this moment, this day was the day I decided to work out. This moment was the day I decided that I want to be a professional wrestler. Even though it took many years after that to finally be able to pursue this, and whoever's been following my career knows, you know, I broke in 2015. It's going to be 4 years. But before all that, every time I worked out, it was in my head that, hey man, one day, you know, I got 2 legs, I got 2 arms. I feel that I have the capability of becoming someone one day. And here's the thing, it's you know, the pursuit of happiness, the pursuit of being someone. You know, every day I work hard from my diet, you know, from my regular job to training to make sure I stay on top of everything. And none of this is promised. None of this is promised that I would ever make it to the next big level, but at the same time, you never know. You never know 10 years from now, look back at this and say, hey man, you know what, conquer all the obstacles, you conquer all the adversity. And you know, they say the 2 most important days in your life is the day you were born and the day you realize why you were born. And for me, this date is the day I realized why I was born, is that I want to pursue and be a professional wrestler. That's exactly what I'm doing. Even though I'm not doing it to the big league, I'm doing it, you know, on a smaller level. To me, it means everything, because 10 years ago, everything that I'm doing right now is exactly what I wanted. And you know, if I die tomorrow, I'll die happy, because you know, every day I woke up and I gave everything I had, and there was not a day that I was lazy about it. There was not a day that said, you know what, I'll just wait for tomorrow. Whether it was 2 a.m. workouts, you know, 1 in the afternoon workouts, no sleep, trying to work out and stuff like that, and you know, show up to wrestling training, make the towns, drive 12 hours, wrestle, get paid $40, drive back home. It's a grind that nobody sees. It's the stuff that people don't see behind the scenes. But that's what molds you into the character that later on it's gonna build. You're building that foundation that later on you're gonna be able to put on with the stress, put on with all the storms that come your way. So that's pretty much it, man. This line, this shirt means the most. Conquer. You know, whoever's out there dealing with any type of depression, anxiety, whatever it is, disease stuff, just know that you can conquer that and fight to the end. Thank you for watching.